Hey, what's up, you guys? Hope you guys are doing good. So let's just review yesterday's trade that we took. We took two trades, both were loss. So let's see what were the reason that we took the loss and what we can learn from that, and what what are the things that I have improved or learned from those two losses. Okay, so let's just quickly review that. So USD JPY yesterday, Thursday, we started the usual 1 hour time frame. Started marking my point of interest. I had some sell side liquidity below here, and I had an hour block and fair value gap here from the hourly time frame, and we have this liquidity void here. So the overall idea was we are just I thought like the thought process was like we are gonna fill this liquidity void. Okay, so let me also show you my thought process during this trade, how I was thinking and things like that. Okay, so let's just open up here. So how I was thinking during the pre-trade when I came, I was like how I was thinking, my thought process, how my thought process was in the pre-trade. So I was like, there was an auto block that I've shown you. There's an auto block and a fair value gap in the hourly time frame, and we had some sell side liquidity, and that was in the volume profile range. What do you mean by the volume profile range? This is the 4-hour candle, this is the range where you marked our order block. So if I take the volume profile tool to see where was the maximum amount of volume was traded, when where the maximum amount of volume was traded, and also find out this whole range value area, right? So I find out this is the whole range value area, and also there's order block here, and then I had an idea of sell due to the liquidity void below. So how things happened during the trade? What's happened after opening of the London session? Here you can see that after opening of the London session, instead of pushing higher, going into this PY's price pushed down and took out all of the sell side liquidities here. So that's when I changed my bias. Thinking of pullback above the session opening, right? This is the session opening price, as you can see here, right? And we were just about to like go up to mitigate some liquidity as a pullback, right? So as a London trader and the 1 minute time frame, just a few volatile move, I'd easy make profit. So I changed my bias there from sell to buy. Okay, and I had the I had this impulse fair value gap here, if you guys know that. That's just the ICT's new concept, impulse fair value gap here. Let me just quickly draw it for you guys. So it's premium and discount and premium and discount. So as you can see, we had this impulse fair value gap here, which is 50% of this price leg and 50% of this price leg, which becomes your impulse fair value gap. As you can see, we just had an idea that we're gonna go into the impulse fair value gap, and from there we can push lower. So I was just looking for buys. Okay, so first of all, what happened, due to the during to the sell bias at the pre-trade, I was first looking for sell. And you know what happened in the 5 minute? If I show you guys, you can see that opening of the price here, price pushed down, purged all the sell side liquidity, close above it, and I was still looking for sell. I had all of my confirmation, but I was still sticked onto the same bias, didn't change my mind, took a sell position, and pretty much nicely booked a loss. Okay, so this is a problem that has been going on with me for quite a long now, that I always, my bias is set at I design my bias depending on the reaction of specific point of interest. On the basis of that, I try to predict the London session, which way my bias should be. Okay, is it gonna go up, is it gonna go down, depending on the point of interest I have, right? Depending on the point of interest, it's a session opening price, and understanding of the volume, understanding of volume and volume profile, things like that. that was pretty nice. And once I booked the loss, and I actually what happened that I didn't mark the opening price of the session. Once I was in, I didn't mark the opening price of the session, and it is completely out of my mind that I need to find I need to mark my point of like session opening price is plays a crucial role in my trading strategy. So what just happened, I forget that this was just a manipulation push down, so we can have this pullback, we can have this up move towards that impulse fair value gap. So what happened after that, this thing happened. I booked my loss. Second, I changed my bias, and I was looking for buy now because I understood that okay, I did some wrong thing. Now how I was gonna play the bias, like I'm gonna go buy how. So I had this fair value gap here and this auto block, so pretty much we had an idea that we are gonna go. Look, we didn't touch the auto block and push higher. Just here, let me just delete this. See, this is an auto block here, just here. We still hasn't tapped in, so we had an idea that we're gonna go tapped in. So this is just an inducement part. So what happened here, that I had a 5-minute time frame fair value gap, so I thought like price gonna go bounce back from here, and this is where I did my second mistake, not understanding the premium and discount. As you can see, if I marked out from here to here, this range, I have an auto block here, I have a fair value gap, and we are currently, where I place my trade, we are in the damn premium zone. Simple understanding, buy at discount, sell at premium. Completely I won't say ignore that, these sort of things just go away from my mind, like marking out the sessions opening price while you're entering. See, where are you exactly? Are you in the discount to buy? Are you in this premium to sell? These sort of small things sometimes just, I don't know, go away from my mind. Okay, and I really need to think this. I really have to set these things to my mind, so I'm just thinking of writing it down and sticking it into a wall so I can see every time when I'm doing my trading. Okay, so there I booked my second loss. My actual entry could be from here where it should be, and this is where I like booked the second loss. And if I just mark out this area to this impulse move here, you can literally see where the hell is the most value area, where the buyer and the seller, what's giving this range of the fair value, this fucking area here. I ignore that. Okay, and here I was talking another thing. Then I have changed a little bit. I didn't use the volume profile tool a lot, but after doing a few changes, learning a few things in these days, I find out this volume profile can help me out a lot, because volume profile provide you the most amount of traded volume in a specific range, as well as the fair value, where buyers and sellers will both agree. Buyers will sell, sellers will sell to buyers, and buyers will buy from the sellers. The buyers and seller agree at this price point. This volume profile indicator shows me that alongside with the most traded volume of that specific range. So if I started marking out this in the 4-hour candle to understand the fair value area and the most amount of volume traded. So we have a basic idea that if we're gonna go, like, this candle was a bearish candle, so if the next candle is about to be bearish, it should go in two ways. First, it can take liquidity from a specific point of interest, and then can go into the fair value where where buyers and seller can agree, right? And for this candle, for this specific 4-hour candle, I can literally see this is the POC and these two black lines here. These are, let me just make this white so you guys can see. Inputs, tal, what the heck. So you can see these two white lines, these are giving me the fair value for this specific range, this specific 4-hour range. So the candle open, went into the fair value and sell off towards this 4-hour time frame fair value gap. So now I have done this little change to understand the range. I said that at the very first I was having problems of understanding which POI gonna hold, which range uh, uh, I was having problem with understanding the POI. Is this POI is gonna be effective? So now I'm using the volume profile indicator to find out that the point of interest that I have, is it in the value area? Is it near to the point of control? If the point of interest is near these areas, that means it's a high probability and it's gonna hold. But if it's at the low volume, like here, the low volume, if it's near these low volume nodes, price has a very high chance of literally gonna run through there with just a little bit of retracement and nothing more than that. Okay, so I want my point of interest to be inside this value area, and if it's near this point of control POC, it's completely fine, just the extra confluence and nothing more than that. So now using this way, I am using the volume profile, I am now understanding my range and the point of interest, so it's kinda helping me a lot to understand. Okay, so I have this range and you can literally see this 11:30 opened and immediately went into the value area. In the 5 minute I can see that, I can show you guys that here the opening price of 11:30, that's the opening of the next 4-hour candle, and the time frame is in IST, Indian Standard Time. 11:30, 11:30, 11:30. Here it is, the 11:30. You can see 11:30 price point open here. Here is the opening price. You can see price went inside of that value area, and from there price pushed lower. So this was the first. It was the open, high, low, and then price closed. So this was the manipulation. So it helped me to understand the open, high, low, close fundamental as well, right? So as we went into the pullback, we had an idea like, now we have this range, this is where it's gonna and 11:30 also starts with a 1-hour candle here. So what I did, and I had an idea, these things I backtested later, like once I had loss, I like ran through these processes, like what I did wrong, what I could have what are the things that I could have seen better. You see this 4-hour candle, I mean 1-hour candle here. So the same perspective that I'm using in the 4-hour to predict the next candle's movement, the same thing can be done in the hourly, because the price is fractal, right? So you can see here, if I use this candle, see where is the most amount of volume traded and where is the value area here. And so what happened after opening this price, we open up swift liquidity, and where the hell then we want to head to? We want to head towards the fair value, right? And here is the fair value area, and price simply traded into that. Okay, so the second trade that I took was right, but the main problem that I did was not understanding the premium and discount. That what got me into the wrong entry. I actually had the wrong entry due to not understanding the premium and discount. Not understanding, I would say, not marking, right? Just a simple marking app, and I wouldn't have not take this trade, right? And then the first trade was, I'd obviously say that not marking out the session opening price, because if I could have marked, if I had it in my mind that if I had marked the session opening price, then I could have easily understand the first move that we are having with just the session protraction. That's just the fake move towards this liquidity, and then we're gonna go to the fair value, right? So this new thing that I have implemented is helping me a lot to understand the fair value area where price is definitely gonna head towards. Second, using these I can understand the open, high, low, close format, and how the price gonna move. Now every single candle is a range in the lower time frame, so I can understand the specific range, fair value, highest amount of volume traded. So using that, I can understand what's the next candle gonna do using the open high low close, right? The open high or open low, the high or the low is going to be the manipulation. So I will be able to understand on the basis of that, using the volume profile, where the next candle wanna head towards. Obviously 4 hour 1 hour candle, so I can literally trade it 1 minute, right? So this is the new thing that I've implemented, and as well as I've also shown you my 2 trades that I've took loss, but I definitely had learned something from this loss, and I'm so happy that I have learned, and I'm also having my emotional journal. At the starting of the trade, I was confident, nice, then I simply accepted my loss because I was ready to learn something new, and I definitely learned something new, and that was awesome, right? Like, I learned these things, and I am in a high, and I have a high hope that okay, this thing is gonna help me out. All I just need a little bit more time to get experienced with this understanding. Okay, every single day improving, bro. That's the way to, I personally think that's the way to to become successful, right? Just every single day, little bit amount of changes, same thing again and again with improvement, and I'm definitely fucking gonna make it happen, bro. And the post trade market move that I wanted after changing my bias, and it's became bias, but I had lost due to not marking the session opening price and ignoring the sell side liquidity. And when I seen that all of those you know sell side has been mitigated, and I also like had the 5-minute market structure shape, but still sticking to the same bias of even after understanding the point of interest, the how price reacted my from the point of interest that I have at the sell side liquidity. That's what got me into the wrong side of the market. And second trade, premium and discount problem. So these are the 2 trades that I took. I have also explained a little bit of volume profile, what I've changed. So that's it for the day. So see you guys in the next video.